Step 18. On Insensibility, that is, deadening of the soul and the death of the mind before the death of the body. Insensibility, both in the body and in the spirit, is deadened feeling, which, from long sickness and negligence, lapses into loss of feeling. Insensibility is negligence that has become habit, benumbed thought, the child of predispositions, a snare for zeal, the noose of courage, ignorance of compunction, the door to despair, a mother of forgetfulness which gives birth to the loss of the fear of God, and then she becomes the daughter of her own daughter. He who has lost sensibility is a witless philosopher, a self-condemned commentator, a self-contradictory windbag, a blind man who teaches others to see. He talks about healing a wound and does not stop irritating it. He complains of sickness and does not stop eating what is harmful. He prays against it and immediately goes and does it. And when he has done it, he is angry with himself, and the wretched man is not ashamed of his own words. I am doing wrong, he cries, and eagerly continues to do so. His mouth prays against his passion, and his body struggles for it. He philosophizes about death, but he behaves as if he were immortal. He groans over the separation of soul and body, but drowses along as if he were eternal. He talks of temperance and self-control, but he lives for gluttony. He reads about the judgment and begins to smile. He reads about vainglory, and is vainglorious while actually reading. He repeats what he has learned about vigil, and drops asleep on the spot. He praises prayer, but runs from it as from the plague. He blesses obedience, but he is the first to disobey. He praises detachment, but he is not ashamed to be spiteful and to fight for a rag. When angered, he becomes bitter, and he is angered again at his bitterness, and does not feel that after one defeat he is suffering another. Having overeaten, he repents, and a little again later gives way. He blesses silence and praises it with a spate of words. He teaches meekness, and during the actual teaching frequently gets angry. Having woken from passion, he sighs, and shaking his head, he again yields to passion. He condemns laughter, and lectures on mourning with a smile on his face. Before others, he blames himself for being vainglorious, and in blaming himself is only angling for glory for himself. He looks people in the face with passion, and talks about chastity. While frequenting the world, he praises those who live in stillness without realizing that he shames himself. He extols almsgivers and reviles beggars. All the time he is his own accuser, and he does not want to come to his senses. I will not say cannot. I have seen many people like this hear about death and the terrible judgment and sheds tears, and with tears still in their eyes they eagerly go to a meal. And I was amazed at how this tyrant, this stinkpot of gluttony, by complete insensibility can grow so strong as to turn the tables even on mourning. As far as my poor powers and knowledge go, I have exposed the wiles and wheels of this stony, obstinate, raging, and stupid passion. I have not the patience to expatiate on it. He who is experienced and able in the Lord should not shrink from applying healing to the sores. For I am not ashamed to admit my own powerlessness, since I am sorely afflicted with this sickness. I should not have been able to discover its wiles and tricks by myself if I had not caught it and held it firmly, probing it to make it acknowledge what has been said above, and plying it with the scourge of the fear of the Lord and with unceasing prayer. That is why this tyrant and evildoer said to me, My subjects laugh when they see corpses. When they stand at prayer, they are completely stony, hard, and darkened. When they see the holy altar, they feel nothing. And when they partake of the gifts, it is as if they had eaten ordinary bread. When I see persons moved by compunction, I mock them. From my father I learnt to kill all good things which are born of courage and love. I am the mother of laughter, the nurse of sleep, the friend of a full belly. When exposed, I do not grieve. I go hand in hand with sham piety. I was astonished at the words of this raving creature, and asked her about her father, wishing to know his name. And she said, I have no single parentage. My conception is mixed and vacillating. Satiety nourishes me, and time makes me grow, and bad habit entrenches me. He who keeps this habit will never be rid of me. Be constant in vigil, meditating on the eternal judgment. Then perhaps I shall to some extent relax my hold on you. Find out what caused me to be born in you, and then battle against my mother, for she is not in all cases the same. Pray often at the coffins, and engrave an indelible image of them in your heart, for unless you inscribe it there with the pen of fasting, you will never conquer me.